Hey guys, this is Johnny Smash for the JS League of Legends channel, and let me sync the audio real quick. 156, 57, 58, 59, 2 minutes. Okay. Now, as you can see guys, I do have a brand new laptop, so my everything doesn't look as horrible and it looks way more awesome, so less horrible and more awesome. And today I am playing as Vlad, and this is actually my first actual game as Vlad. I played one practice game with him, so I've never really played him. So yeah, we were just hanging out, seeing if in the bush to see if Tarek would come too far forward, but he's not stupid, so whatever. And so yeah, this is my first game as Vlad. I looked up a guide that got good reviews and stuff. One of my favorite things about this game is that if you spend time outside the game, like researching good builds. Oh, that was cool. I got 3 kills with one tap of the E button. Yeah. If you spend a lot of time outside the game, like just learning stuff, researching stuff, reading guides, like and strategies, you can actually get better at the game that way. And I really prefer games that are kind of like that. And I think League of Legends has the perfect balance of that, because like you take a game like Call of Duty or something like that, like Call of Duty, pretty much to get better at it, you're not gonna like read a bunch of guides online to get better at it. I mean, you might, but generally you just gotta play to get better. But anyways, so let's see this guide. I don't even remember what this guide was, but so this is like a 1v2 lane, and I feel like we, like, since it's Tarek, I was feeling like, oh, we might as well not even harass him because he has that really good self-heal, so that's why I wasn't harassing him that much. And if you guys hear my mouse clicks, that's just me like bringing up the guide on my computer. Let's see, Vlad guide. Okay, oh yeah, this goes for Hextech Revolver, then Sorcerer shoes, then Rylai's. So that's pretty cool. Oh, and one interesting thing about this guide is it gets all defensive masteries, which I thought is a pretty good idea, because of course health does give Vlad ability power. I know they nerfed it one way or the other, like, because ability power also gives him health, but they nerfed either that or the health giving ability power. They nerfed one side of it. I don't even remember, but Vlad, he's always been a character I want to try. I really like his Q ability, how you can just like spam it. I like free abilities, and I like characters that can regenerate their health, so that's like the best of both worlds. And the other thing I really like about Vlad is his W, which of course makes him invincible. I think it's the only ability in the game that makes you completely invincible. Like, maybe the closest thing is Poppy's ability that makes you invincible to everybody but one person. But I think it's the only ability that literally makes you invincible for a period of time. And so here, like, harassing Tarek is kind of helpful, but not really, because I mean, he can just hang. Even if we got him down to like a third of his health, he could just hang really far back, because we are pushing the lane pretty hard, and that is basically what he's doing, just hanging far back, and then he'll be protected by his tower, and then I'll be missing all the awesome last hits I could have gotten by spamming my Q on minions instead of Tarek. So sometimes you just gotta suck it up and realize that they picked a good 1v2 character, and that you're not going to be able to mess with them that much. And another thing I like about the Q ability is you can like actually regain health with it, use on a bunch of minions. Did I say Q? I meant W, the W ability. And I really like the E ability too, because I like abilities that like just passively deal a ton of damage. Well, not a ton, but just deal damage to nearby enemies. There's this dude in Heroes of New Earth called Soul Reaper. He was based on a Dota hero. I don't remember which one, but he had a passive that got rid of 1% of nearby enemies' health a second, and he could spam an ability that was just like Vlad's E, only it regained some of his health. And so he could just like slowly deal AoE damage with his passive and deal more with his third ability. I don't know, for some reason just like basically passively dealing AoE damage is really awesome to me, which is why I like Sunfire Cape. But Sunfire Cape is such a low radius. It's kind of different. It's kind of like a melee ability. It's not the same, but Vlad's E isn't that huge of a radius. So, I mean, basically all we can really do here is just farm creeps. Can't really do anything about Taric. No one's really trying to gank us. Usually ganking on their team, ganking a 1v2 lane probably isn't a good idea. Like a couple times I've gone for a gank and I'm like, oh wait, there's 2 people on the other team and 1 on ours, so it's not even very advantageous for me to gank. But so we're just farming creeps. I think once I get my cooldown for my Q down, I'm starting to use it on Taric a little bit more. And he's randomly using the stun on me. I think he's like trying to think if he stuns me under the tower when I use Q, then the tower will like deal a bunch of damage to me, and maybe he can like not kill me but make me have to back off or something. So you can see I'm starting to use it on Taric, but I probably could have used it on the minion that died behind me and gotten a little gold. So maybe that was a waste, because we're not. I mean, I guess we do get Taric pretty low here. Spoilers, but I don't know. Also, you can see when I just used my pool on those minions, there was really no point because it didn't kill them and get the gold. So I'm not really used to like how much damage to expect the abilities to do. So yeah, I mean, Taric's starting to run out of mana, so he's getting annoyed, probably. But yeah, this guide, it recommends that you level the Q first and then the W. Basically you level the E last. Generally with any build, there's one ability you level first, level your ult whenever possible, and then there's another ability that you fill in the gaps with, and then there's another ability that you almost never level, like you level it once, and that's the E ability. Which is kind of one of the weird things about this game compared to Han or Dota, because since every ability can level up to 5 levels, it makes it so that like you really only invest in like 2 abilities in your ultimate, and then the last one just kind of like is bad most of the time. And I almost wish they would make it more like well, actually, I don't know, both these ways have their pros and cons, but I kind of wish they would make it more like Footman Frenzy or Zealot Frenzy. Footman Frenzy is a mod for Warcraft 3, and it has heroes and units and stuff. Basically in that one, like, instead of being able to level up an ability every other level, like, it's basically like every 3 or 4 levels or something. So basically the bottom line is you have to level up your abilities a lot more evenly, because you can't just level your Q every other level until it's like maxed out. So, and you can still kind of give preferential treatment to some abilities, but it's a little different. But on the other hand, one of the nice things about LoL is that the reason I'm talking about all this stuff is like we're just laning right now. This game so far is just us laning against Taric. But one of the things about LoL is that you can get lots of there's lots of different builds. Like, you can play characters completely differently just by changing little things. And like, for example, Olaf is one character that I've seen builds where they get the axe throwing one, they level that, and while the true damage one they almost never level. And I've seen other builds that are the opposite, and both of them play completely differently, because one build you're going to be spamming axes all the time, and the other one you're going to be spamming true damage, and they really play completely differently. Personally, I prefer the true damage one, because it's just a lot of damage early game when you like level that with high priority, and it's good. It's funny against tanks. True damage is just hilarious. Um, so yeah, I am trying to harass Tarek a little bit more. Oh, by the way, I like the new, what do you call it? Avatars, pictures, portraits. Oh, they're called portraits. I like the new portraits they made for characters like Twitch and some of the other ones, like that chick, what's her name, that looks like Xena Warrior Princess or whatever. But like the art style in this game has really gotten better over time. I originally would not play it. Like back when I played Heroes of New Earth, I would not play this game because like I thought the art style was way too like cutesy, weird anime style or whatever. And like if you guys like that stuff or whatever, it's cool. But I just thought it was like too cutesy. And it's not the art itself that made me think the game was bad. It's just like a lot of times I find the game and the art kind of go hand in hand. And so if you have a game with like horrible art that you hate, or like you hate the style, the game is just going to be a weird style. So here Jarvan 4 is going for me. I don't know what the heck his abilities are. I haven't played in a long time. I probably should have just backed off because I don't know what he does. But I mean, I think he knew when he went under that tower that he was going to die, so he probably just wanted to trade kills. But I don't know, Jarvan 4 looks like he has some kind of dash ability like 30 other characters that just dash in and do whatever. And so I guess the moral of that story is I gotta learn what the heck Jarvan 4 does, because I've read most of the newer characters, but I haven't really played a lot since since about the time that Vlad and Xin Zhao came out. That was when I stopped playing a lot, and I just been playing recently to like upload on YouTube. I don't feel like my skills have really gone down at all. The main skill that's gone down is knowing what the heck all these enemy dudes do, so I don't die to them randomly. But I mean, that was a fine exchange. Like, we got to trade kills, and I don't know, maybe Jarvan 4 is like one of the best scaling characters in the game, and that was horrible that I trade kills with him. I don't know. But one of the things I really like to do with this game is I don't like to stick with one character. As you guys have probably noticed, I always got to be switching characters. And so now here I am starting to hardcore harass Tarek or whoever I can get my hands on. Just because in order to dominate this lane and be able to get those last hits, we need to be at the higher health. But I don't know, like we're pushing the lane too much. Usually when I'm playing with someone I don't know, we usually just push the lane as much as possible. And in Heroes of New Earth, I would never push the lane. I was actually really good at keeping a lane in the exact same place or moving it backwards very, very, very slowly. Because obviously you could deny your own creeps in that game. And but in this game, there's so many good cheap. Okay, so I don't know if Jarvan 4 dashed in or something. I was gonna leave because I'm dying, but then I'm like, oh wait, I have my ult, and so I'll just use all my abilities. And honestly, the awkward thing about that was I probably should have used my ult earlier, but it's like, it's kind of good that I didn't really completely know what I was doing, because Jarvan 4, he really thought he had me. So he overcommitted because I made the mistake of like not knowing what I was doing. I mean I have a good grasp on Vlad, but using the ult first and stuff like that, I'm not totally used to it. And I don't know, I don't have a good gauge of his strength, so I was kind of thinking I would just leave the fight there, but obviously ulting and then doing a ton of damage was the way to go. Vlad kind of surprised me with his power, because he can deal good damage and he's pretty tanky. So he's a pretty awesome character. It's been a while actually since I just played a hero and they totally like clicked with me, or I just like totally liked them. And I feel like Vlad's that way, because I played another game at some point with him later, and I mean, obviously, I think it's important to be able to tell when you like a hero and when your team is doing good, which makes you think you like a hero. Because let me explain that. Like, I see my friends, like, they'll try a new hero and our team will lose, and then they'll say, I hate this hero sucks, or like, but then when, like, or I'll see people online do this, or like, they'll pick some random hero and like, they'll be doing good with it, and they're like, dude, this hero's awesome, and it's like, oh god, oh man, third guy comes out of nowhere, but it's cool because he got the kill. But I'm probably, I wouldn't say I was hanging around too long. I mean, these guys are way too low DPS. Like, look at this. It's hilarious. Oh, God. And I pulled out of something. I didn't even know. Was that LeBlanc? I don't know. I played LeBlanc in practice the other day. I think that was... I don't know. But, yeah, there's a lot of heroes I don't know a lot of stuff about. But, yeah, what was I talking about? I don't know. But anyways, it's important to know, like, whether you actually like the playstyle of the hero and whether you actually know how to play them and it's you making the difference in the game, or if your team is just awesome and you're just tagging along for the ride. Because I could be playing like AP Garen and my team be doing awesome, and like people could be playing AP Garen and their team is doing awesome. They're like, oh, Garen's awesome. AP Garen's awesome. I love Garen. And obviously, AP does nothing for Garen, so that's the whole joke. But we maybe could have tower dive there, but they kind of buffed towers a little bit to be better against tanky characters, which is cool because it's weird. Because if you listen to my other commentaries, a lot of the stuff I complained about with towers is that I'm trying to remember, but one of the things was definitely that it was way too easy for tanky characters to tank towers, and I don't know, I said other stuff about towers, but they made towers better. I like that they made them, they made changes to make the game shorter. I don't know. I've only been like skimming patches because I haven't been playing that much, but now that I got my awesome new laptop, I am going to probably do patch reviews once I'm good enough at this game to understand what they like, what the ramifications are. Because if I just did a patch review right now, like I don't know if you guys can hear that, but my dog's squeaking his screenplay. Okay, that was a long time for that guy to come in because I can just turn it into a pool of blood and be invincible, so I don't even know why he charged me. I don't know what his abilities are. But if I did a patch review right now, like, I don't know enough about all the characters to like say whether it's good or bad. I don't know enough about the metagame, like which characters are the most powerful. And so they did just concede right now. It wasn't that close of a game or whatever, but I mean, I figured it was short and it was okay, so I just figured I'd throw that out there for you guys to watch. So this is Johnny Smash, and I'll see you guys later.